Hi, welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. And today's reading is for the month of May 2025 for the water sign Scorpio. For the reading today, Scorpio, I'm using the Pride Tarot deck. If I need to clarify, I'm using the Zillich Tarot. And at the end, I will pull one additional oracle card from the Sacred Traveler deck. Just a reminder, the messages may or may not resonate. If they do, please feel free to leave the video a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. If not, I would also encourage you to watch not just your sun sign video, but also your moon and rising sign. That way you'll have a more complete overview of the energies coming in this month. All right, so let's divide the deck and we will get started. Center of the spread, you have the Four of Pentacles, so a focus on finances. And the Four of Pentacles is oftentimes referred to as the Miser card. Pentacles is earth energy. It has to do with the money that we earn, the work that we do, material possessions here in the material realm. So money, it's our home, our family. And you can see that he's clutching the one pentacle there. And usually, when you hold on that tightly to the pentacles, what he's ultimately doing is like making that energy surrounding the money become stagnant, right? The money needs to flow and you need to earn money, use money, spend it, right? Try to save a bit, but there needs to be a flow surrounding it. And he is ultimately making that, sort of interrupting the flow of money there. So, but there's a focus on finances. At the fours in the tarot also represent stability. So the focus on finances at center of the spread, crossed by a new job. So there could be, this new offer that's going to help with this Four of Pentacles, so could bring in a greater financial stability. Ace of Wands, Wands is fire energy, has to do with work that we do. It's creative projects and endeavors. It's also our own drive, determination, and ambition for the things that we do. Aces are also yes cards. So if there is something you've been waiting for an answer on, this is the universe sort of extending this offer, saying, yes, here's the job offer, right? Here's the new beginning coming in. So for some of you, there could be a job offer coming in. In the deep past, we have the Three of Pentacles. So we have the Four and then reverting here to the Three. Three of Pentacles can be collaboration, so working with other people. This can be like working with others to achieve a short-term goal, right, within the workplace, or if this is, you're on a team, sort of working with other people towards the ultimate, the end goal of whatever that project or that the job is, right? So it's working with others, collaborating with others. We have the Six of Wands in the recent past, which is a card of victory. This deck obviously depicts it a little differently. In the traditional tarot, there's the warrior. He goes off to battle and he comes back on the horse wearing the laurel wreath of victory. So there's a victory, success, victory at hand in the recent past. Crowning the reading, message from your higher self. You have the Nine of Swords, which is probably my least favorite card in the deck, because it is nearly the Ten of Swords. Tens in the tarot are endings, right? Endings of a particularly difficult cycle. In the case of this, Nine and then Ten of Swords. But the Nine of Swords, it's like you're nearly at the end, but it's all to do with negative thinking, right? It's sort of obviously this deck, it doesn't depict it in the same way as the traditional deck, which has somebody like up in bed, being kept up at night, right? Overthinking, going over and over things in their mind. So it's repetitive thoughts, it's negative thought patterns. Suit of Swords itself has to do with, it's a suit of the mind, has to do with our thoughts, communication, also how we get those thoughts across to other people. So there's something that has been, on your mind, keeping you up at night. We'll clarify if we need to when we go through this. We have a decision to be made coming up in the near future with the Two of Swords. And sometimes this Two of Swords is referred to as like the stalemate card, because there's a need to make a decision, but for whatever reason, right, you think that you don't have all the information that you need in order to make the decision. You're incapable of making the decision, so you're sort of in two minds about something. So decision to be made, but possibly thinking that you are incapable of doing so. And this can be, obviously, it's going to play out differently for everybody watching. It could be to do with a job situation with this Ace of Wands coming in. So choosing between staying in one job, going to another one, but it could be in any area of your life, really, with these general readings. You appear as the messenger. This is Major Arcana number 5, associated with the earth sign of Taurus. This is the Hierophant, right? In this deck, it's just called the messenger, but it's the Hierophant. So it is a spiritual card, right? The Hierophant, it represents, can be dealing with like large institutions such as the church, right? So dealing with maybe church figures, but it's also a very spiritual energy. So it's, this could be a month where you are just very focused on spirituality in some way. We'll clarify if we need to as we go through this. Knight of Wands is surrounding you in your environment. And this could be just like the Ace of Wands with this offer. This could be an offer coming in. Knights in the Tarot, they typically go off on quests. They bring back offerings. In this case, could be an offer of a new job or a new business venture, a new way for you to make money. Could be a person you're dealing with. It would typically be an older fire sign individual, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But this offer is kind of around you, right, during this month. That's what you have in this surrounding position. More indication of an offer in your hopes and fears. You're hoping for this Page of Cups. Page, again, it's a younger, this is a more mature water energy. Could be dealing with a younger water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or could be just this offer coming in, right? The pages bring in, usually they don't bring in so much as the offer. It's more of the news about this offer, but it's it's very, if it's a relationship, it's the beginning phases of a relationship. If it's an offer, it's, it's one that's going to bring great happiness, great joy to you, with this Page of Cups showing up here. So you're hoping for this offer that's going to bring you the type of happiness, type of joy that you're looking for. Or if it's a relationship, right, you're hoping for this relationship to come in. Outbound energy, this card has shown up for a number of the signs, actually. The Seven of Swords, and we'll clarify, but the Seven of Swords, so more swords energy, like what I was saying up here with the Nine of Swords. But you can see that he's sort of stealing away, taking the swords away. So it can have to do with somebody being deceptive. So deception, somebody trying to get away with doing something, right? But can also represent not planning properly. You can see he's only able to get away with 5 of them. 2 are left behind. So the people that are still there, they have swords to defend themselves. So it is a tricky type of energy. It can be deception, but it can also be about needing to see clarity in a situation, or needing to have this clarity of mind even after maybe something like this happens in a situation. We'll clarify that. Just give me a second. Finally, we have overall energy, and I'll show you these two as well. Overall energy is the King of Cups, so it could be you showing up just strongly, right, in your own energy here. Obviously, you are a water sign. Could be dealing with another water sign individual. Could be a father figure, your own father of your children. But he is, as the king of his suit, he's very emotionally open, available. He is very in tune with his feelings, also quite intuitive, right? Not so much as the Queen of Pentacles, but he is more emotionally open. And you have immediately beneath that 4 of Wands, which can be this can be the home card, the moving home, moving in with somebody. It can be the marriage card as well. And then you have more victory with the Chariot down here. And we had the victory of the 6 of Wands. But so there could be a focus this month on relationships, on balancing out of feelings. There could be, again, going back to this 3 of Pentacles, partnering up with others, new offers coming in with the Ace of Wands. We'll clarify, let's go ahead and clarify this 9 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and 7 of Swords. We'll clarify for Scorpio. Additional messages for Scorpio. Okay, we've had some fall out. Okay, so the cards that came out, we have, these came out first. So clarifying 9 of Swords, we have Magician and the 7 of Cups. So this overthinking, the Magician has to do with, he's sort of the Ace of Aces. He has all of the tools at his disposal to manifest, right? He is the one of the major arcana, so this new beginning. And then the Seven of Cups, it can show up when there's a need to focus your energies on one particular cup, right? This one obviously doesn't show the 7 cups there, but in the traditional tarot it has 7 cups, each containing something that the person would be interested in, or would enjoy. But until they actually pick one of the cups, they're all just up in the air. So it's a very there's this sort of dreamy energy. So there's a focus on, possibly manifestation, needing to pick one, which again would tie in with this Two of Swords, where it's like, for whatever reason you feel that you are incapable of making a decision. We have clarifying the Two of Swords with the Four of Swords, which can be rest, recuperation, taking time out, right, recovery. And then Nine of Wands, which is it's sometimes referred to as like the wounded warrior card. It's like that one, the person is there, they have to face one last battle, one last obstacle that they need to face. So maybe that's what's keeping you from, or thinking that you are incapable of making a decision about something, right? That there might be one last thing that appears that will give you, that one feels like it wants to come over, the information that you need in order to make a decision. And then you have clarifying the Seven of Swords with the Nine of Cups, which is the wish card, right? This is the wish fulfillment, wish upon a star. It's a minor arcana version of the star card. So yeah, it's about finding positive, right? Having that clarity of mind, finding the positivity in even this kind of difficult situation of the Seven of Swords, where there might be somebody, it could be somebody trying to be deceptive, but it could just be needing to see things in a different way, or needing to have this different gaining a clarity of mind despite what's sort of going on around you. And I think if we go back to, no, not that one. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think both of those, it's about changing your thought pattern. So there's a need for that. I wonder if we'll see if anything else comes through with the oracle card. One additional message for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know for the month of May? That one came out. We'll take that. We have Ascending the Mountain. Keep going forward. And the message is, put that there. The journey might be hard right now, but a great view awaits you. You most certainly can achieve your goal. However, you must continue forward through hard work and diligence. Do not give up. That's the wounded warrior, right? That Nine of Wands. Even if it seems hard, keep going forward. Sometimes you may need to take smaller steps. Do not stop. Every step takes you closer to the peak of the mountain. Yeah, so keep moving forward. Honor your truth. This isn't a time to be timid or hold back. So it's about having that inner strength. It's kind of like the major arcana strength card, right? Having the inner strength to keep going forward. But ultimately it looks like these offers are coming in, but you might need to make this decision with the Two of Swords showing up in the near future. And it's interesting because that, if we look, sort of the Two of Swords sitting next to this Seven of Swords, right? The two swords that are left there is like the decision that he has to make. So it's about needing to make a decision, having the clarity of mind, but there are offers coming in for you this month. So I do hope that the messages have helped, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light. Bye for now.